welcome to Ephemera Files with Tommy. Today I'm going to share something a little different. My husband and I went on a vacation for 2 weeks. We went on a cruise that started in Venice, Italy, and we made a stop at Kotor, Montenegro, and 4 stops in Greece. We went to Corfu, Argostoli, Mykonos, and Athens. And then we sailed back to Venice, where we stayed for 5 more days. I had been looking forward to this vacation for a long time. And then, before it came time to leave for our vacation, I joined a group on Facebook that is with Emily from Emmaphemera's Treasures, and it was a challenge. And I love to try doing challenges. I don't always succeed, but I like to try. Anyway, this seemed like one that was right up my alley. It was a no spend till 2020. Because if you could look around my craft room, my studio, my husband likes to call it my crap room. I don't. And just see all the stuff, you would see I really don't need to buy anything, probably till 2021, but we're not going to go that far. Anyway, I already had a list of things that I specifically wanted to look for my crafting and my junk journals in particular when I went on this cruise. So I asked Emily if it was okay to go ahead and buy some things on the cruise, and she gave me permission. Thank you very much, Emily. But I wanted to share with you some of the things I got that I didn't buy. And these are things that you can get not only if you sail across the ocean to go on a cruise and spend almost a week in another city, in another country even. You can do it right in your own hometown. These are all things that you can just get. Well, a couple you can't probably. And the first one is my case in point. I'm going to go ahead and start through this so that this video doesn't end up being 3 hours long with me jabbering on. So on top of my pile is the first thing, and some of you might recognize these. They're airplane blankets. When you have an overnight flight or an especially long flight where you might be napping, sometimes they give you blankets and little pillows and let's see, little earbuds and a sleeping mask and a toothbrush and toothpaste, which I have those too, but they're not in this pile. These are the blankets because they have to throw them away. They're single-use blankets. So I have mine and my mother-in-law's and my father-in-law's blankets. I don't know where my husband's blanket went. But I thought, you know, it's not especially fine fabric. It's kind of coarse, almost homespun feeling. And I kept it because I use lots of fabric in different things. And I could see this being torn into strips for making snippet rolls or ribbons for the edges of your pages and all kinds of things. So, and these are large blankets. So I have 3 of those. Now, of course, you're going to have to pay for an airplane ticket or know somebody who went on a flight that might give you their blanket in order to get these. But I'm counting it as free because it's something I wouldn't normally have gotten, except for I was trying to accumulate things. So there is that, and I have 3 of those, and that's a lot of fabric. The next thing, again, doesn't necessarily count as free, but once you pay for the cruise, they're free. And you might have somebody who's going on a cruise that you could ask them to save. They're little daily newspapers that describe things. And I know that part of this is going to go in my journal about the trip because it tells all kinds of things about the ship that we were on, and it'll help me remember which day we were in Argostoli and which day we were in Athens. So I have those, and I also have these. When you go into a port, a lot of ships will give you a shopping map and a small map of the port. Now, normally it's not really detailed, but You can use maps and pictures and all kinds of things in your journals. It doesn't even have to be a travel journal. And I have a few of those. I did not get one for each island. I'm not sure how that happened, but I missed a couple. This I got, I'm gonna say for free. My husband purchased a watch, and it came in this little package, and this was a liner that it was in, and I just took it apart. It has, I don't know if you can you see that? It's kind of like a linen feel fabric, and it's backed on cardboard, and I'm like, well, I'll think of something to use that for. So I grabbed that. This was in our hotel lobby when we were in Venice. It has different little maps of things that are going on in Venice. This one is about mostly art, music, theater, things like that. And I saved that because I knew that I could use the maps and the paper in different ways. Anytime I can grab a free magazine, I do, even if I can't read it because it's French, because it's always, I mean, look at this, and the photos and just the colors, and look, isn't that gorgeous? You can always use magazines. And the same here. This is a magazine from the art gallery that was on the ship. Let's see if my picture, we actually bought a picture while we were on the ship, and I'm going to see if it's in the book real quick. Maybe not. That would be really cool if it was. But nope, it's not in there. And I have 2 of those because, again, it's like a magazine. You can use it. This is a Venice city guide, again, with all the pictures. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And this was another magazine that was in the lobby. You know, a lot of times if you will simply ask, people are happy to give you things. This is another watch that my husband bought, or this isn't the watch. This is the book that came with it. It came with 2 books. One was like an owner's manual that this was in, and I took these pictures out of it, and I didn't keep the rest of the book. We were trying to lighten up. Me lightening up my suitcase for travel is ridiculous. And then this is the history of the watch company here. And I love the little pictures and stories that are in it. I can see me using that a lot. Another free thing. It's not free to buy the things. It's not free to buy the clothes or the bags or the hats or whatever that the tags came on, but keep the tags. This is the remainder of our notepad from our hotel room. This is a bookmark that I got from a bookstore that was on my bucket list, and I was so excited to go there. This was given to us on Mykonos, and it has the different words, how to say a lot of common words. And another just little handout. I love this. You can't give your life more time, so give the time you have left more life. This was, I think, Argostoli, and it was from a restaurant where we had lunch, and it still has a little wet wipe in there, but I think I can clip an end off of there and use it as a little pocket. That was with our meal. This was the wrapper from the toilet paper in our hotel room. And then I saved some napkins from different places. These are our stickers from the tours that we took. Put that napkin with that one. I don't know why I had to grab these toothpicks, but I did. I'll think of something to use them for other than a toothpick. This is one of our receipts, and I just thought that the back looked really neat, so I saved it. This is another wet wipe. And this was from one of the places we went to in Italy. And I'll probably do the same thing with it, make a little pocket. This was on, what was this on? It was something round. Anyway, it's just a wrapper. Oh, I believe from my silverware at lunch. We were in one of the restaurants and our silverware came in these bags. And of course, before anybody could ruin their bag, I grabbed them all and took them out. Almost everywhere you eat in Italy, they have business cards that have a map telling you, or I won't say Italy, Venice. They have a map telling you how to get back to their place. This was on Burano. And so I saved all those little business cards. This is from Verona, when we saw the House of Romeo, or saw the House of Juliet. It's got all of this is written in all these different languages. Apparently there was something sticky on there. This is from a magnet that I bought, so I'm sure that the sticky is from the magnet. But it has the story on there, and I can use that very easily. Again, more business cards, a little calendar in Italian for 2019. I love all these little maps. I have lots of them. This is a business card from one of the ornaments that we got, and another business card, and another business card. I saved them all. This was one of my luggage tags. These were our tickets for the water taxi. And I saved tickets from lots of things. We went to see, let's see, was this the Leonardo da Vinci? No, this was the amphitheater in Verano. We got to go in and look around in there. These are the tickets from the train ride from Venice to Verano. Tickets for the Leonardo da Vinci exhibit that we went to, and then our tickets from the different places that we stopped. Save your tickets. Even if you don't make a junk journal about that particular trip, they make really good backers for journaling cards. This again is from our hotel room. Tickets from a drawing on the ship. This is one of my tender tickets. That's the boat that you take. It's the boat you take from the ship to the dock whenever the ship is too big. This was a free art postcard that was in the lobby of our hotel room. I thought it was beautiful. This wouldn't normally be a freebie, but the gentleman that we bought an ornament and a magnet from tossed this into the bag. I think because we stood and talked to him for a while, and he was very friendly. These are some more postcards that I got from the art gallery on the ship. And it has these beautiful, beautiful images on here. More of the tickets. More notes. This is a little card they left on everybody's pillow letting them know that we were changing time zones. More envelopes, more different things, a handwritten note. And again, more of those things. And these have these paintings printed on the front, and I liked them very much. And so I will use them in my journals. This newspaper was wrapped around one of the Christmas ornaments that we bought. We went to a couple of restaurants on a foodie tour. And this is kind of funny. The first one that we went to, these were our placemats. And so I tried to get one before I spilled it, and I spilled as I was grabbing it. So I asked the gentleman who was serving our table if I could get a placemat as a souvenir, and he gave me a whole stack. That was fun. And my stack's getting ready to slide, so I'm going to do one more thing and then I'm going to move it. This was on my list of what I wanted to buy when I went to Italy, and then discovered you can't just buy it anywhere. It's called straw paper, and mostly they use it in restaurants for placemats. I didn't realize that. So I was able to rescue these from a lunch that we had. And so I now have these 2 pieces of straw paper. But sadly, I found out that you have to buy the paper from restaurant supply companies. Whoops. And the restaurant supply company is in Florence. We were in Venice. And I couldn't order it in time for it to be delivered to Venice before we had to leave. So I didn't get the straw paper. And it is so cost prohibitive to order it and get it sent to the US. And I really don't want to buy it on Etsy because you're paying almost as much for 5 sheets of paper as I would have for the whole pack of paper had I been able to buy it in Italy. So I'm sad about that. My husband has already said, I'll take you back to Italy. Yes. All right. So here's some more things. I saved the menu from our airplane flight going to and from. Maps. Get maps everywhere. You can get maps in your hometown. If you can't, you can surely find a town within a little bit of you where you go occasionally, and you can get the map. I always grab maps though. Always grab maps. You can do so much with them. I also grab brochures from places that we go. This is the amphitheater I was talking about in Verona. Here's the Leonardo da Vinci exhibit that we went to. Now this one we didn't get to go to. It closed 3 days before we got there. But again, maps and pictures and gorgeousness. And so I just saved maps and saved maps. If somebody was helping me find something and they drew on it, that didn't stop me from keeping the map. It adds to it. So I made out like a bandit on the maps. And I'll move those to the side because I think now we're to a different section. I tried to be somewhat orderly about my piles. I don't know how orderly they are, but it's working for me. Things we purchased that were wrapped in paper. I love that design. And the paper just is so crinkly. This is tissue paper that they used. And it was printed with I love Corfu. That was the second stop that we made. I have one piece of this. This, I can't even read it, and I can't remember what it was wrapped around. It was in something. Okay, you're going to laugh. I saved this tissue paper. It just feels different from any tissue paper I have. I think that these actually were stuffed in my husband's shoes that he bought. And again, some more tissue paper. Again, it just feels different. I don't know why. Now, this is plastic. It has a hair in it. Yuck. In the tape. There's 2 pieces of this, and I think they actually came from 2 different stores. And like I said, it's plastic, but that doesn't mean I can't figure out a way to use it. It has some really cool little prints, and so I'll figure something out. More of the tissue paper. This, I can't even decide if it's tissue paper that's got a plastic coating or just a very different feeling plastic. More paper and tissue paper and wrapping paper. So I saved all the tissue paper. Of course, I saved tissue paper at home. That wasn't that big a stretch. And then some odds and ends. I liked this, and I actually have a journal in the works that is about just going about your everyday life and doing your things. And so that's going to go in it. Matter of fact, I'm going to set it over there right now with that. Here's another piece of paper. It's just a note of a time change, but I'm like, I can use that. Along with a brochure from the massage spa, or the massage, and I got these. They keep them in the library, and every day they put a new trivia challenge out. I missed day 2. I don't know how. Again, if you're going on a cruise, I don't know that everybody's going to, Go to the art auction. You don't have to buy anything. It doesn't cost anything. You get a lot of freebies. Like this print, which I really like, and I may just frame and put up somewhere. I like it. Along with our certificate of authenticity, it goes with this. That's very nice. And then this great big envelope that I can use for different things. And then bags. I think the rest of the stack is bags, so I will move these. Bags are so useful, and there's all different kinds. This one's paper. It has a gold foil print on it. It says Burano, Venezia, which Burano is one of the islands that is a part of Venice. Again, this one's Kefalonia, which I think is yes, it's Argostoli. Kefalonia is the island, that part of Greece, and then Argostoli is the port that we were at. Cute little bag. This one's Corfu, obviously. 2 pictures on that one. My husband bought a cookie, I think. No, this was for a souvenir. This was for a bag, not a bag, a magnet that we bought. I do have a cookie bag that I swiped from my husband somewhere. I don't know if I kept it. If it had crumbs in it, I may not have kept it. Again, these bags just feel different from what I'm used to here in the U.S. And it's probably just different supplies that they use to make their bags. I think that might be, no, that's just a print. These 2 small bags, that's some jewelry that I got from Murano Glass, came in. Here's another plastic bag. And I will figure out some way to use it. Again, this was Argostoli. This is one of the islands. And I just really like the picture. So, okay, so I had to stop for a moment because my firstborn son came in, and I love him and I miss him very much, and I just had to stop, and that's it. I'm going to stop and talk to my children. So there you go. Let's see. We talked about this plastic bag that I still think I can use. It's kind of a weird plastic, so I'll have to experiment a little bit. And again, shopping bags you can use for all kinds of things. This right here, I'll just, if I can get it out, I'll show you real quick. This is just like the raffia that you buy. It's just twisted paper. And it's got a core, and it is also twisted paper, but it's so tightly twisted, sometimes it's hard to get apart. But you can still use both parts of this in your journals as different things. You can make tabs, you can make paper clips, all kinds of stuff. So save your bags. Again, another plastic bag. This one's Corfu. Let's see, and I don't remember what our port was in Corfu. I would have to look. I'm not going to right now. Very cool picture on the front. Yes, I don't remember. That little plastic bag or paper bag came from an ornament or a magnet. I think this is closely related to that straw paper that I was trying to find. It's got that same kind of texture, except for it's brown like a craft type paper. A little bag from Mykonos. Another plastic bag. This one is cool. It has olive grease on it. So that's a very neat map. And then on the back, it's got different information about it. I may just cut these up when I do my journal about this particular trip and put on different pages. Obviously, you do not have to go to Greece or Venice to go to Benetton. I guess that's how you say it. We were in Venice, but my husband packed no jeans for this trip, and it was kind of chilly. We didn't expect that. Or that was the sweater. These were the jeans. He packed neither. And again, this paper, you can take this off. It's the ropey type handle. You can use this for paper. It's got a cardboard piece in the bottom. All kinds of stuff. This would be just a fun front for a journal, just about pirates or candy or for a child or anything. I just thought it was very fun. Another bag that had a souvenir in it. Another plastic bag that has olive grease and it has different landmarks. And then this I love Greece with the little heart from the flag. This bag has even a different texture from all of the other bags that I've shown you so far. That was just so much fun, just for the bags. And again, a bag. I don't remember what we bought. Oh, I think this may have been my art scarf. And my husband bought a hat. He bought 3 hats, actually. And then I kept this final bag because the Rialto Bridge is what is pictured right here. And we were in the Rialto Hotel, which is like right here. And again, look at how much paper I've got to work with, and the rope, and all of this good stuff. So, when you travel, even if it's just to your local library or, I don't know, post office or restaurant or whatever, keep your eye out for things that you can use. I will show you in my next video the goodies that I bought that I had permission to buy. But until then, I just want to remind you to be kind always.